Hello, everybody. Welcome to Truthworthy. This is Levi Pingleton with Catholic Apologetics International. Visit us at robertsongenis.com, journey to the center of the universe.com, and robertsongenis.substack.com. And you can visit our colleagues, friends, and colleagues at colbycenter.org with Mr. Hugh Owen, and also visit the Colby Center YouTube channel, as well as colbycenter.substack.com. You can visit me at levipingleton.substack.com, at my Facebook page, and also at the Truthworthy YouTube channel. Just look it up at Truthworthy. Today, what I'm going to be getting into is another argument for God, the efficient causality argument. Things around us do not exist by their own power, but receive and participate in existence. For instance, music is produced by a pianist. The notes do not sustain themselves. They rely on the active cause, the musician. If the musician stops playing, the music would also stop. This demonstrates a principle. That which is caused does not sustain itself, but depends on something else to continue. Now consider all created reality. Ask, do all things exist only because something else is causing them to exist right now? If so, then nothing has existence by its own nature, but rather receives it from another. In such a scenario, if no being exists that possesses existence in itself, then ultimately nothing could exist at all. For all things would require a cause beyond themselves, and yet no such cause would ultimately exist. This leads us to the conclusion: there must exist a being whose essence is to be, who does not receive existence, but is existence itself, God, the uncaused cause, the necessary being. Without such a being, existence would be like a gift passed down a line of recipients, none of whom possess the gift to begin with. But if no one has the gift, it cannot be given. To assert that all beings are caused, and there is no initial cause, implies that all beings are derivative, but originate from nothing, which is metaphysically untenable. Similar to how a borrowed book cannot be circulated unless someone initially owns it to lend. Existence cannot be perpetuated unless there is a primary being who possesses it inherently. This entity is referred to as God. Let us now consider a common objection. Why not an infinite regress of causes, each dependent on the next? The classical Catholic reply, grounded in reason and affirmed by faith, is that even if such an infinite regress of caused beings were possible, which the Kalam cosmological argument denies, it would not solve the deeper problem. The concern is not merely with the past, but with the present moment. Right now, all contingent beings, everything that does not exist by necessity, must be caused to be. An infinite chain of contingent beings does not account for the actuality of their existence now. An infinite regress of borrowed existence still requires a first source of unborrowed being. Imagine, then, the entire universe as composed of dependent beings, each sustained by something else. If there were nothing beyond this interdependent set, then the entire set would have no ground of being. Like drunks leaning on one another for support while floating midair, they would fall unless something firm sustains them. The mutual dependency of finite things cannot suffice to account for their being. Thus, to explain the existence of any finite, dependent, or contingent being, there must be a being that is not finite, not dependent, not contingent, a being that is self subsisting, uncaused, and eternal. This is God, whose essence is identical to his existence, who does not receive being, but is being itself. Ipsum esse subsistens. Therefore, the existence of contingent beings points necessarily to the existence of a non contingent, uncaused, necessary being, God, on whom all things depend, not merely in the past, but in every moment of their existence. And this is Levi Pingleton with Catholic Apologetics International. Visit us at robertsongenis.com, journey to the center of the universe.com, and robertsongenis.substack.com. Visit our colleagues, friends, and family at the Kolbe Center with Mr. Hugh Owen at kolbecenter.org, kolbecenter.substack.com, and at the Kolbe Center YouTube channel. And you can visit me at levipingleton.substack.com, at my Facebook page, and also at the Truthworthy YouTube channel. Just look it up at Truthworthy. God bless you. Pax Domini sit semper vobiscum. Have a great day. Thanks for listening and watching here today with me.